Hi everyone, quick video tonight because it's late. I'm going to be changing the screen on these T6 clocks here. As you can see, there's been a sticker on here which will not come off. No matter how I try, that will not come off there. In the process, press too hard and it's split up to there, so we need to replace the screen. You can't buy the screen on its own. You've got to buy a set of clocks with this on it. So I'm going to show you how we take these clocks out and how we swap this glass over. So you've seen my video on taking the stereo out, and you know how to take this cover off here. So it just pops off underneath. Just work your way around with a trim tool there, and that comes off there. With the vent here at the side here, you need to put a trim tool underneath here, lift up, and then what happens then, you need to push down at the top with a trim tool on there as well. I have already started this one here, and this one has come out already, okay, like that. So I'm going to carry on working this. I'm going to take that off here now, and then I'm going to show you how to take this bezel surround off then, okay? Okay, so once you've worked this one all the way around, slowly, be careful with it, you can then take that out of there. What you'll find is then, once you've taken that off there, this is clear on this side, this is clear on this side here. What we do then is gently pull on here, being careful to work it all the way around there, and the same on here as well. Gently pull on there, and this will come from there. Okay, so once you've pulled that off there, what you'll find then that the leather that connects from here to here, you find that just unclips off there. When you do take this off here, be mindful that there are rubber caps like this here that do fit on the end here, so watch that you don't drop any of those there. Once that's out of the way there, then you can then take the screws out that's holding that in place there. Okay, sorry about the lighting. So as you can see, underneath here, I can't quite get to there are screws underneath there, one there and one here. It's really difficult to get to it, but they are there underneath there. There's one there, there's one there underneath there. Okay, so that's the next job. Take those two screws out of there. Okay, so once your screws are out at the bottom there, the screws are actually inside there, one there and one there at the corner. You'll find that it is clipped in at the corner, one there and one in there. So just give it a tug in each end there, one there and one there, and you'll find that the clocks will come out. Okay, so with the clock moved out like that now, what I'm going to do now is disconnect the battery. I don't want any alarms coming up or anything. Once I disconnect the clock, because what I've noticed is the moment you open the door, the clocks come on, so I don't want any alarms coming on it. So what I'll do now is just disconnect the battery, and then I'll come back to this here. Okay, so with the battery disconnected now, what I'm going to do now is undo this plug here. Okay, so the way we do this, unplug this here. Oh, we need some light. Let's get some light on here, shall we? There we go. Nope. Wait a second. My apologies. There we go. So this plug on here now, we need to get underneath there and lift the orange tab to get this out of there. Okay, so get underneath this orange tab, lift the tab up. As you can see, once the tabs come up there, this will then come out. That there then will let you take the clocks out of there. Okay, and there we go. That's the clocks out. So what I'm going to do now is change the screen here, and what that means is it's quite easily done. Is just, sorry guys, screw there, screw there. You've got the sticker underneath here, which will need putting standing knife through right in the middle there. And then you've got a tab there and a tab on the other side there, just to take off, and then I can swap the screens over then. So I'll go and do that now. I'll swap these tabs, swap the screen over, put my new screen on, then we'll put the new clocks in position. Okay, so that's my lovely new screen fitted. That was literally a 2-minute job, just fitting that onto there. The next job now is to put this back in place and connect the blue cable at the back. Once we've done that, we're going to switch it on and make sure that everything's okay by connecting the battery. Okay, so I've connected the black connector, the blue connector at the back, and I made sure that that orange clip at the back is fully home. Now I'm going to reconnect the battery and make sure that it's fully working before I go any further. Okay, as you can see, the clocks works just fine. We have disconnected the battery, so of course the clock will need resetting and the trip meter has reset. Now I'm happy that that's all working fine. We can now clip it back into place, put the 2 screws at the bottom back in. Okay, so with the 2 screws back in, down at the bottom here, and it's fully back in there and pushed back in, we now need to fit these 2 rubbers. See these 2 rubbers here? They need to go on the end of this here. So this is your clock's surround, and they go on here, look, on this one there and one on there. We're going to put them on there now. Okay, like that. So one on there, one on the other end there. Once those 2 are on there, then we can then offer it up into place onto there. Okay, so if you line it up, so the edge of this here is completely lined up with the edge of the clocks all the way around like that. Making sure that the leather isn't caught underneath here. Once you're happy that all that there is lined up and quite square, we can then start to push this surround gently around, listening for all the clicks as they go around. Okay, so once you've done that there, then that should be clicked firmly in place like that. That's back on there, and then we can put the leather, we can clip the leather back. Oh, this light here is terrible. Back into there then. Okay, I'm really sorry about the light, guys. Right, okay, so once you've done that there now, that's back in place there. You're happy the clocks are working and everything. Screwed in place. We can then offer this back into there then. Okay, so that's the surround there. That's all back in place there. And then the only thing we've got left now is the vent here to put in place there.